Okay, hello, welcome back, and Merry Christmas. So we have a little bit of an announcement for you. Arkwright have been kind enough to make us some branded merchandise for sale on their website. So what we have is some warm weather clothing. We have woolly hats, fleeces, shirts, as well as overalls, mugs, and a badge that you can put on if you want to onto your own overalls. The LRTV mug, of course, has our logo on it, and this is just what you need for the times in your workshop, whether it be winter or summer. Hat, of course, we have the fleeces here. Now, the fleeces, you can put your own name to it. If you look onto the side here, you choose your size, and then you can type in a title if you so choose. A Defender owner in this case, your name, or whatever you like, basically, as long as it is not rude. The badge here is stitched on, and it's of good quality, and the fleece is warm. I've got one, and I'm wearing it under my overalls. So what we have here, branded black sweatshirt, which you can put your name to, a woolly hat, which is a Thintilite hat, very warm, and of course a choice of overalls in certain colours. You can also, if you want to, add a name, technician, Defender owner, or your own name, and they come in 3 different colours, and I'd advise that you go for the black because that is the background for the LRTV badge. Whichever way, they are good quality overalls, and thanks to Arkwright for supplying the facility for us to sell you some good clothing. So we're getting to the darkest part of the year, and of course you'll have your LED lights now. If you don't, then 4B has a few different ones in stock. This one, the Saber, the yellow one, compared to the one I have for automotive, which is for hanging off a bonnet, this has a stretch facility to hang under big bonnets, and I'll tell you something, it is too big for Defenders, and for me this one is actually a little bit better because it will fit underneath the bonnet and it will hang quite nicely, and you can put it on a stand, and it also rotates so you can have the light where you need to. Now I'll just quickly show you this work lamp, this inspection lamp. I got this from work. This is my new one, which I tried it out the other night, and it lasted 12 hours on economy, which is pretty damn good going because the Sealy one I have been using compared to this is crap. So it's just something to look out for, a little heads up on these ring ones. Anywho, back to the bright yellow Saber. This has 2 settings. It's battery powered. You can either power it in your car or plug it into the lamp or have it independent. The brighter setting is actually quite bright, and I can't really show you this because the camera won't pick up the light when it's dark fully, but it is a very bright light, something when we're painting in the workshop. I'm now going to be using this to cover areas which are dark. You probably guessed that you're looking through my kitchen window into the workspace, and we've been doing a fair bit of painting. If you've been following us along, hopefully you have. Now, getting on to this Corollas RF16, I've just got to clear this up. This is not a paint which is a rust killer. This is for abrasion resistance. So the glass flakes that are in it will make it tough against abrasion, knocks and scuffs. And now you can see it comes up as quite a high gloss product. Now, Corollas, you can go onto the website and I'll give you a link to this. I've got all the products here. In the RF16, you have the product sheet and you have safety sheets as well. The RF16L has got lead in it, okay? So you click onto more information. It doesn't tell you that much, but underneath you can see a case studies there that will tell you where else this paint is used. And you can go down and download the product sheets, etc, etc. Now I'm quite impressed with this paint, and I've bought 5.5 litres. I've got 3 or 4 jobs to do, and you'll see those later on. Okay, so the corrosion resistance, this is not like chassis in one. You have to put the Corollas S underneath it. Now this is 2 coats which will give you your corrosion killing properties on rusty metal. It is actually a very good finish and it self-seals, but you do need to put a top coat on it. So the glass flake looks pretty good, and you can't really see it on this camera because it's got a bit of a blue tinge to it, but it's a very high gloss. Unfortunately, it doesn't fill old potholes where rust has already feasted on the metal and taken it away. What we've got to remember, this is an industrial finish. It's not a high gloss finish for bodywork. This is for stuff that is going to be working hard underneath a vehicle. And I was going to do this tank with a stone chip, but I don't need to because it now has glass flake paint on it. Now, with the painting here, I can't really show you how glossy this paint is, and the feel is like what you'd probably feel in a banisters in a multi-story car park. Now, it's very hard wearing. If you're going to paint this stuff in a warmer climate, it is going to dry quickly. If not, it will gather dust. Now you can see the finish here. I'm trying to show you how it's come out. And again, what we see here is the pitting from rusting. And if it's not filled, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about it. Now the bumper as well has come out quite well, and I'm going to give this a Raptor coat at some point, but at the moment it's getting very cold now, so the gun has been cleaned and we're going to put it away, then get on with our welding videos that are coming shortly. So talking of welding, this will be designed for Land Rover owners, and we're going to do a few projects as well as learning how to weld your chassis. As you already know, that I'm a heavy goods vehicle technician, but I also work a lot of the time with pressurized tanker vehicles, which means inspecting welds. There's a crack on the leg there, needs welding, and all these welds, you get used to looking at them and you sort of get an idea of how a weld should be. So what I'm asking you to do, guys and girls that are watching this, initially just let me know what sort of things you are actually wanting to weld up. Now, steel straightforward, TIG and aluminium is a little bit different. Now I want to cover quite a bit of stuff. For people who are novices, go around and have a look at certain welds and different materials and get the feel for where welding is and what type of materials there are. This is actually stainless steel, whereas this is mild steel on a truck body. This is welding on a digger jib, and then there's a dumper truck weld here. So you get the idea, have a good look around. And there's plenty of examples. For instance, this is an oil tank that's been welded together, and then there's a different type of weld on the lug. But wherever you look, basically, you will see examples of welding in your daily life. You'll be surprised how much is stuck together with it. So let me know what sort of welder you've got or what you want to do, what sort of welding you want to learn.